Hi, welcome to Part of My Frenchie. This is me, 143. If you don't have a friend, you have one now. We are back on the couch this week, and I don't know. I wanted to kind of talk about a topic that had been kind of bothering me for the past, I don't know, couple months or whatever. Um, it's one of those things where I think when you get a little older, um, I don't know, like, I work around a lot of people that are in the younger generation and stuff, and um, you just get to the point where you start like, you know, I, you know, you've got quicker technology, you've got all this stuff that goes on, and then there's so many things that go on at work, and I've got all sorts of things, and then all of a sudden like things start slipping my mind, and I'm thinking, gosh, is there something wrong with me? Am I forgetful? Or I'll be in meetings and I'll forget something, and I'm like, and people look at me like, how, wow, she's forgot that, or she didn't know that. And then it makes me feel bad.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way. Like an improv conversation. Improvisation.
And that happens like it happens not frequently, but it does happen, and I often have in the past felt bad about it. But I was walking into work the other day and it really hit me that I don't know why I feel bad about it, because when I really analyzed the whole forgetful thing, it dawned on me that, yeah, of course I may forget something, or maybe I don't remember a specific conversation because, yeah, I am a supervisor at my job. I supervise 10 people on top of.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. So if you could be here around 9, that would be great. Okay? Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm also gonna need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday, too. Okay?
Having to know the department stuff. But I also run my household. I have to keep track of school schedules. I have to keep track of sports schedules. I have to keep track of my schedule when I do this stuff, and I keep track of when I do my other segments. And I have to keep track of my daughter and her schedules, and my spouse and his schedules. And I have to keep track of when the dogs need to do their stuff, and I do all the finances and the taxes. And I thought to myself, well, shit, yeah, I can't imagine having all of those schedules in one head and not forgetting something. And then I'm thinking, why am I beating myself up when I don't forget, or when I forget one thing out of the 1,750 other thousand things that I do remember? And it's interesting. I think we do that in life to ourselves. We make ourselves feel like we're less than something when things like that happen, or maybe other people may make us feel that way, and it's not the case at all. Everybody has different lives, and everybody has different situations. And like I said, I've got so much stuff that goes on in my life that maybe other people don't have going on in their life, which is fine. Um, but they also don't know that because they don't live my life. So from an outside person looking in, they're like, oh, she's not on her game because she forgot this or she doesn't know that. And it's like, well, no, really, I'm really on top of my game plus more because, while I'm thinking of this or while I'm in this conference room doing this meeting, in my mind, I'm also writing my second book, thinking about a playwright that I'm going to write, thinking about when the dogs have to have their next vaccinations, school starting next week, and the bus schedule. Oh, and I've got my own doctor's appointment next week, and I've got 75 other things going on. So, yeah, some things may take priority over other things in Jen's mind. And again, I think sometimes we tend to beat ourselves up.
And people ask me, why are you so hard on yourself? I beat myself up so the world won't beat me up.
I know I did for that short period of time. And I'm thinking, gosh, what's wrong with me? Well, guess what? Nothing was wrong with me. And it was kind of like, shame on you, Jen. Shame on you for even thinking for a second that, or even letting people make you feel like, you did something wrong or maybe, we're not on your game, because I am on my game. I'm on my game and more. It's just, like I said, I've got 10 times more things than a lot of other people do. And that's fine. That's my life. I choose it. I actually enjoy it. And I've got, probably two full planners in order to help me keep that going. But that's how I enjoy living my life too. It's always going and it's always full of plans. And like I said, I'm a creative person. So, I do these videos, but I'm also thinking about the next story I want to write. And I'm also thinking about, a playwright that I want to do as well. And that's in the process. And on top of being a full-time mom and a full-time worker. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this head of mine and at all times. So yeah, things can get a little chaotic and, may get missed, and that's fine. So, but I guess the moral of the story is on that is I know that there's a lot more people out there like me, and I know that there's a lot of like working women out there, and I know, or men, same thing, men, women, whatever. There's more people out there like me that may do the same thing. You may run around and go in 10 directions and go through the same situation where you're forgetting something or forgetting situations, and people are like, oh yeah, you're dropping the ball, and you're really not. Or maybe you don't have a hectic life and maybe you're just going through something stressful and something's going on where you are not meeting your full potential at the moment. Maybe some things are slipping at work because you've got other things on your mind. That happens too. And that's okay. That's okay. Because when stressful things happen, it's okay to take a time out and say, you know what, I've got a lot on my mind, and some of these not so important things can take a minute, and they can take a back seat to what is important. Because in all honesty, the important things are your health, your family, and in my opinion, is, your faith, your family, and your health. And, everything else is up for debate, right? So that's you if, as long as you take care of all of the main ones, everything else will can either wait or fall into place. So um, just take care of yourself and don't beat yourself up. when when things happen, or maybe you have moments that just like me, that things slip, because there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you at all. You're just busy. You're just busy. And maybe you need to write more stuff down, but in my opinion, I can't write everything down. I can't write everything down, and for God's sakes, I can't remember it all. Um, but I'll also be honest that, again, my mind goes in 50 directions at multiple times. So, um, and that's what I love about my life. I'm always thinking. I'm always thinking of the next thing and the next story, and I always look at everything and people and situations, and um, see something exciting in it. So, um, and I hope you guys do too. Maybe it's a way to inspire people to do the same thing. You know, try something new. Try to view the world a little bit differently. See what you come up with. So, anyways, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. If you don't have a friend, you have one now. Please tell all your friends about this. And if you I lost my train of thought. See, I lost my train of thought because I have 15 things going on in my mind. No, but if you don't have a friend, you have one now. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. We will see you next week, and we will probably have another kitchen edition this week as well. So take care. Goodbye. Bye bye.